Hi students and everybody else watching. So today first of all, I apologize. I didn't put up a video yesterday because I was super sick to my stomach, ironically. And I just figured it wasn't fair to taste something new if I didn't feel good, because I wasn't going to give it an objective opinion if I'm like, ugh. So anyway, I decided to, instead of going and get something, we're going to try to make something new that I've never tried before and never made before. So this could be all sorts of embarrassing. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I found this article for Bolos, Levedos. I think that's how you say it. I don't speak Portuguese. They're what they are Portuguese breakfast treats. Kind of like English muffins a little bit. They look like English muffins, but the name translates to like a yeast cake. Okay, so we're gonna try them. They sound pretty tasty. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take and make flour paste, water, and flour. And we're gonna microwave it and stir as we microwave. Got my mise en place here, just on the other side. All right, so we're gonna microwave this on little bursts. So right now it's pretty thin. We're gonna microwave this on bursts, and what it's gonna do is, as it gets hot, the water is going to soak into the starch molecules, which it needs heat to do this, and it's gonna make it thick like pudding. Okay, so I've got a minute on there, and it says to do it whisking every 20 seconds until mixture is thickens to a stiff, smooth, pudding-like consistency. Okay, 40 to 80 seconds. All right, so whisk. I'm sure traditionally they would have done this. Whoops. They would have done this probably on the stove. Okay. Oh, there goes my hat. Sorry, it's a cold day and I have hat hair, so I was gonna just wear it, but oh well. All right, well, yeah. Should have worn an apron. Learned my lesson here. All right. Let me angle this down so you see the food and not me. I'll make this less embarrassing, hopefully. And whisk. Oh, here we go. It's starting to get a little thicker. Generally, starch needs to get to boiling temperature in order to start to thicken. So if you do this on a stove, make sure that, oh, look at that. It's starting to thicken quite a lot. Let's see. If you do this on the stove, you want to make sure you constantly stir it, because on the stove, the flour will actually scald to the bottom of the pan. All right, there we go. That looks like thick and pudding-like to me. Also, this can be used as the base of my favorite frosting, like cake frosting, which is called an ermine buttercream, and it's super smooth and delicious, and we'll get to that later though. Okay, I'm gonna transfer this to bowl of a stand mixer. Here is my stand mixer. The instructions now say to use the whisk attachment, which we won't use for very long. As this gets thick, we don't want to break our whisk. So we're going to dump this in. Whoop. Okay, so I've got my flour paste mixture in here. And then it says to whisk milk into flour paste in the bowl of the stand mixer until combined. And we're going to put in the butter. Actually, gotta stop it for this so I can get in there. Okay. Hopefully there's enough heat to kind of melt the butter. as soon as we're starting to add a lot of flour to anything, we're gonna switch out from our whisk and we're gonna throw on, well, for this one, we're gonna throw on the dough attachment. You could also do the paddle if it was something that wasn't, you know, like a yeasted bread dough. Okay, and so we're gonna throw in our yeast. So I'm just gonna do it slowly, like a little bit at a time. I'm gonna start the mixer slowly. Around so it gets all incorporated here. Now I'm not really sure what this dough is going to turn out like. For English muffins, the dough is actually really soft and sticky. So I'm wondering if this will be similar. Smells good already. Kind of a little bit yeasty. That the flour paste smells just a little like tangy. Okay. So as it's mixing, it's going to build up and it's going to activate all of the protein into gluten. So what gluten does for your yeast breads is it makes it, it gives it a lot of structure so that you get that chew of yeast bread, and it keeps all of the air pockets kind of small if you've got a lot of gluten in there. So think of, like if you get a slice of bread, like a slice of sandwich bread at the store, all of the little bubbles in there are super tiny. If you get like artisan bread, a lot of artisan breads try to go for like a more open crumb where the holes are bigger. Alright, we're looking pretty good. Alright, so now we're going to cover the bowl with fish towel, plastic wrap, let dough stand for 15 minutes. Alright, and we're back. So this has been sitting here for about 15 minutes. That gives the flour time to soak up all of the liquid, all the water, and that way the starch molecules can hydrolyze, which just means soak up the water. So we're going to add the sugar. There's half a cup of sugar and a little bit of salt. Now this is something I've never done in a bread recipe before, to add the sugar and salt after you add the flour. Because usually if you forget to add the salt and you add all the flour in, you're out of luck and it won't incorporate. So let's see how this goes. So once everything's incorporated, then we need to build up even more gluten. So we're gonna let this actually mix for about 8 minutes. the instructions were to stop it when it pulls away from the sides and sticks to the bottom. So I think we got it. 8 minutes of kneading, lots of gluten built up in there. Okay, we're gonna peel it off with the dough hook here. It is way stretchy. So one difference, like I said, these look a whole lot like English muffins from the recipe. With English muffins, you don't actually need them at all. And with these, you need them a lot. So where English muffins have kind of craters and crevices and stuff, that's what they're called, this will probably not. This will probably have very even bubbles in the dough. All right, so we're going to move this over here to my glass bowl. So I've oiled this glass bowl and wiped it out with a paper towel. So there's just a thin coat of oil in there. And we're gonna just drop this right in. Okay. Oops, there's still a little flour on the bottom, so I'm gonna mix that in. This goes to show you should always scrape the bottoms of your mixer bowls here. Okay, so now we're gonna cover this and we're gonna let it rise for an hour and a half. All right, hello again. So we're done proofing the first time. We've got to do one more proof after we shake them. Oh. Here, let me take my mask off so you can actually hear me. So we're gonna pour this out onto the countertop. Now this has been rising for about an hour and a half. And let me grab a scraper. So this is a bowl scraper. So we're just gonna, actually it's another type of bench scraper. Bowl scrapers are smaller, technically. Okay. Ooh. Sticky dough. It's good texture though. I like it. Okay. Whoop. All right, so we're gonna hope this doesn't stick too bad. Don't use flour yet on it. So we're gonna cut this into 8 equal parts. All right, quit messing with it and just do it. Just kind of get this. Yeah, all right. So we'll go in half. Whoa, I need some flour on this thing. All right, so I'm gonna flour up the bench scraper here. Okay. Try to get these as even as possible. It's supposed to be about 4 ounces each, which you can use a scale to really be precise if you want. Oh, very interesting texture. I'm going to shape each one of these. To do that, we don't want a whole lot of flour on the table. I'm going to put some on my hand though. Let's see if you can see this. Yeah, right there. So you just kind of cup and roll. And what this does is it stretches out and forms a skin over the top. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna set that on some flour, set it off to the side, do the next one. Okay. So I actually do want it to stick a little bit to the cover, there, the countertop, so that as it rolls, it kind of stretches out that top. You can get it, you can feel it getting smoother and smoother in your hand. Okay. All right. For any Great British Bake Off fans, I feel like this is a little like a technical challenge, only I have better instructions. Okay, so now I'm supposed to dip these in flour and kind of smash them like that. And then I stick them on a tray, like a baking sheet, with parchment. I'll hold up just a second. So I've got that here. So they don't really want to stay flat because they want to bounce back because of the gluten. So I'm going to put them all on here, and then I'm going to put a second tray on top to make them kind of flat as they rise. And then you fry them and then bake them. So this is how I made them fit. And then we want to put down, I guess I'll just set this, wipe the flour off first. Throw another piece of parchment on top. Oop. See that? Oh, so you can see a little better. So there they are. Parchment on top, and then baking sheet number 2. Oop. This seems so counterintuitive, but that's what you do. Okay, so now we let them rise for, I think, 30 minutes. Yep, let it rise for 30 minutes. And then we're gonna turn on the oven to 350, and we'll fry them and then bake them. Okay, so here's what they look like after they're risen. All right, so here they are in the oven. Sorry, I had to turn off the sound for the video because I had to attend a Zoom meeting that's playing in the background. So here I am getting them out of the oven. Ooh, there they are. Toasty. So the one, well, you can kind of visually tell if they're done or not, but also I have a thermometer on the back here, and bread is done when it reaches 190 degrees Fahrenheit. And so I'm going to check here. Just a second. Maybe I'll edit the video. There we go. Grab the tongs, pull one up, stab it ruthlessly with the thermometer, and wait for it to come to 190. Now, I actually left these in for just how long it said to, and they're at like a 200 something. So I know they're done. What that means is all of the moisture, all that water that's going to evaporate out and make it like fluffy is already out, and so I don't have to worry about it being undercooked in the middle. I'm going to put them on a cooler rack and painstakingly wait to eat them until they've cooled down for 30 minutes. which I actually had to run before they were completely cool, so I took them home. All right, that does it. So in the next video, or actually the one that's already posted, you'll see the results and see me trying them and how they turned out. Bye, guys.